Welcome, guys. Glad to be back today. I know this is a little weird doing this on Zoom, but we have to do what we have to do during these times. Okay, so I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are doing great. Just try to keep on track and try to keep your focus on me, and we can get through these lessons just like we would in regular school. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're still working on our writing, and today we're going to be working on revising or editing sentences. Okay, now this is a very important thing because I'll let you know, when I wrote my novel, yep, I did write a book, guys, and it was great. I was so enthralled with it, and I was so inspired to write that I just typed and typed and typed, and the words just flowed out of me, and I didn't want to stop that flow, because sometimes when you're inspired you want to keep that going. If you stop to do all the revisions, then you're gonna maybe lose your inspiration. So what you need to do is, after things get written, you need to relook over them to see what could be done differently, what could be changed, were there any mistakes that need to be corrected. And so that's what we're going to get some practice on today with. All right. So again, very, very important. Now what we want to do is we want to look up here, and we want to see these example sentences that I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's look at this first sentence. This one is we're going to use adjectives. We're going to use adjectives to add interest to the sentence. The sentence reads, "The dog wagged his tail and barked." How can we add adjectives to this sentence to make it more interesting? Well, we can talk about its tail, and we can talk about how it barked. We could say, "The dog wagged his bushy tail and barked softly." You see how those adjectives give it a lot of interest and tell a little bit more about what's going on. Maybe the dog is a little timid, and so that gives us an idea about the dog. Instead of barking loudly or wildly, it's barking just softly, or maybe even whimpering. Some dogs do that. We could also do something where we could give the dog a name, right? We could say the dog, and we could this would be like editing. You give it a space. The dog named, see if I can do this, named Max. We want a capital M-A-X. The dog named Max wagged his bushy tail and barked softly. So that's an example of what you guys are going to be doing on your worksheet. Okay, that you're going to be doing in a little bit. Let's go on to the next one. That was an example of using adjectives. This one is an example of rearranging. You can actually rearrange parts of a sentence to give it a little bit of a different kind of tone or feel when it's being read, but it will basically mean the same thing. It'll just sound a little different. So if we follow along here, the car almost hit Ryan after he left work. How can we write this sentence by rearranging its words? We can take this part of the sentence and put it at the front, and this part of the sentence and put it at the back. It winds up looking like this. As Ryan left work, comma, he almost got hit by a car. So you see how it says the same exact thing, it's just flipped around. That's one way of rearranging a sentence, just to give it a little bit more of a different kind of sound. On this one, we started with the preposition, okay, as Ryan left work, comma, he almost got hit by the car. Actually, that's supposed to be after. After Ryan left work. So we can change that real quick. After Ryan left work, he almost got hit by the car. Okay, guys, so that's one thing you can do. Okay, that's going to be something you're going to have to do on your worksheet. Let's look to the last example. This is called a fix. Now in this one there's going to be some mistakes. If we look here, Miss Maxwell left the crayons on the desk so that Julie could us them. That does not sound great. Something sounds off. What are two mistakes in this sentence? Let's fix them. Okay? Look, Miss Maxwell left the crayons on the desk so that Julie could use them, not us them. We're not talking about us and them. We needed to put an E on that. Use. And then this, what did we leave off? We left out the F. So let needed to become left. So now it is your turn. I want you guys to pull up your Google Classroom and look to the assignment that is listed there for today under revising sentences. And you're going to work on these 10 sentences, and I'm going to give you about 7 minutes. Okay, I'm going to set a little timer, and we'll see how everyone's doing. And if you're not complete, then maybe we can add a couple minutes, but I want you to try to get it done in about 7 minutes, and I'll keep you posted on how that time's looking, all right? So go ahead and do that. I'm going to start the timer now, okay? All right, let's get to work, and I will check back in on you guys, okay? See how good you can do. Okay, are you guys all done? Now what I want you to do is I need you to hit that little turn in button. You're going to turn that work in, and I'm going to look at it later and grade it, and I'm going to send it back to you so you can see how you did, and I'll put some comment, if things need done differently or what you might need a little bit of help with. Okay, so great to see you guys today. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.